This week on the Community Roundup, we take a look at some of the new cards and products coming in Japanese new set Night Wanderer. And we take a look at some of the pull rates from Twilight Masquerade. Hey everyone, thanks for joining me for another weekly roundup. And this week I'm going to kickstart it with another little bit of investment. This one another sealed product, but we're going Sword and Shield, we're going English, and we're going with Lost Origin. I think this is on a lot of people's radars over the last couple of months. We saw the Sword and Shield era bump go up, obviously Evolving Skies, Chilling Reign, Fusion Strike. I really think Lost Origin is right up there. Simply that Giratina speaks for itself. Absolute worldie. I think a lot of people think that this card is going to define the era, and it's certainly going to be one of those one-off cards that we look back at Sword and Shield and think that Giratina sticks out, and for that it's likely going to carry this set in the same way that that Moon Baby carries Evolving Skies. This one is now no longer in print. It's been pulled from the Pokémon Center website, I believe. TCG Player have this one climbing to $220 over the last 2-3 weeks. When you look at the top 5 cards of the set, to be fair, I would take any of them. Unfortunately, I don't have any of them at the moment. I think the Aerodactyl for me is a personal favourite, but who can really look past the Giratina? I think there's a lot of growth in this set. I honestly think that if the Sword and Shield bubble continues, this is going to be a set that we look back at, and it is really going to be one of the key standouts of the Sword and Shield era. So definitely got my eyes on that, and we'll see how that performs. So moving on, we're going to have a look at some of the new illustration rares that are coming out from Night Wanderer over in Japan. There's not very many cards that have come out yet. I think there's only 3 cards at the moment. But we have a Zorora illustration rare. It kind of looks cute. Again, it's very definitive of the Scarlet and Violet kind of era. Again, doesn't really set the world alight. There is a Fracture, looks neat. I think out of the 2, this one does look slightly better, but I think there's going to be a lot more coming in Night Wanderer that we can really get excited about. And then there's a Janine Secret Technique. A lot of people are picking up on the ratio of forehead here on the artwork. I think it's okay. It depends if the full art trainers are really going to pop off, but it's not a bad card. Along with Night Wanderer, Pokémon Center have also announced some new products that are coming to Japan. Most of these are the sleeves. They look fairly standard, and with the accompanying deck boxes. I find it hard to get really excited about sleeves and deck boxes, but that's just me from my perspective. Obviously there are people that collect sleeves. For me, really the standout product here is going to be that mat. The playmat looks pretty cool, colours pop. If you love collecting Japanese playmats or exclusive playmats, this one might be hard to get hold of, but if you can get your hands on it, I think it's going to be a good one. And then lastly, we're going to have a look at the pull rates. Over on TCG Player, they opened, I think it was 8,000 packs of Twilight Masquerade, and it's a little bit of a mix, to be fair. I think that Twilight Masquerade could also become Twilight Massacre very, very quickly. I personally am not blown away by the pull rates. I think they've been very lacking in a lot of the openings that I've seen. There is going to be an opening coming up this weekend on this channel, so definitely hit that up and take a look. But really, when you look at it, I think the full art's 1 in 15, with a special illustration rare being 1 out of 86 odds. And then obviously if you were looking for a specific SIR, say for instance that Blood Moon Ursaluna, you're looking at like 1 in 946 odds. So very, very slim odds there.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
I think the pull rates have been a little bit disappointing on Twilight Masquerade, along with obviously the lower allocation that people are reporting. This one may be one to keep sealed rather than ripping open. We will see how that opening goes this week as to whether it's worth it. But I think that really we're gearing up towards Night Wanderer. I can't see Twilight Masquerade really setting the world alight. I personally would rather open Mask of Change and Crimson Haze. So really that's all we've got time for tonight. Thank you for joining me, and until next week, take care.